strategy. It's an action plan. It's a blueprint to inventory and control all land, all water, all plants, all animals, all production, all construction, all law enforcement, all energy, all food, all information, everything on the planet, including you. Sustainable development. Now, when you see the term sustainable development, of course you think you know what it means, but you really don't know what it means. When you see the term SMART, which is sustainability, monitoring, assessing, rating, and tracking you, there's total continuity between Malthus, a corporate group called the Club of Rome, universities, the philanthropies. You've got the corporate, the governance, and the foundations and organizations, including the Holy See, the Vatican.
In 1984, Orwell depicted a population constantly subjected to psychological manipulation through the use of propaganda. By repeating government talking points endlessly, the people of Oceania were taught to think that war is peace, freedom is slavery, and ignorance is strength. These are all common thoughts today, although maybe not so blatantly spoken. There is a wave of NPCs who are just repeating their programmed script, constantly ready to support the next current thing. For instance, many people believe that the road to peace in Eastern Europe is by sending more and more weapons there, imagining that more war equals more peace. All the while, Western nations are pressuring Ukraine not to accept any peace treaties. During the pandemic and even now, you also see these same NPCs say that the road to freedom is more restrictions and mandates, that if we just lock down harder and longer and forcefully inject citizens, that freedom will follow. Lastly, many people proudly absolve themselves of any and all critical thinking, saying that we must listen to the experts. They have not only willingly handed over their decision-making and reality-crafting ability to authorities, but also viciously attack anyone who doesn't do the same. Sadly, many people today seemingly believe war is peace, freedom is slavery, and ignorance is strength.
We're reaching a point in human history that we have enough biological knowledge and we have enough computing power, and all you need in order to systematically hack millions of people is just the data. That to hack people means to know people better than they know themselves. To somebody in San Francisco, in Beijing, knows more about you than you know about yourself, about your medical condition, about your mental weaknesses, things that you did 5 years ago, 20 years ago, you completely forgot about them, they know it.
Right.
This is something we never faced before. Not even the KGB could do it. Right. If we allow this kind of data to be accumulated by a few corporations or governments, the result will be really the end of democracy in the free market and the creation of new kinds of totalitarian regimes or total surveillance regimes in which somebody knows you better and can therefore manipulate you.
There is an artificial intelligence that's very ancient, and its goal appears to be for an incremental plan where by the time we get to 2045, your consciousness is completely uploaded into machines, and you don't even require or need a physical body at all. You've totally transferred over to a completely AI system in which we are in the Matrix.
Subversion is the slow process of psychological warfare to change the perception of reality of every American to such an extent that despite of the abundance of information, no one is able to come to sensible conclusions in the interests of defending themselves, their families, their community, and their country. It's a great brainwashing process. The first one being demoralization. It takes from 15 to 20 years to demoralize a nation. Ideology is being pumped into the soft heads of at least 3 generations of American students. The demoralization process in the United States is basically completed already. Most of it is done by Americans to Americans, thanks to lack of moral standards. Exposure to true information does not matter anymore. A person who was demoralized is unable to assess true information. The facts tell nothing to him. Even if I shower him with information, with authentic proof, with documents, with pictures, he will refuse to believe.